All right, let's do another fun one to show what diversity is all about in this case, right? So we've got all of our, all of our websites, right? Yep, we got our websites up. Just, kind of the way we've been. These are just the way I left off on them. Garage door repair, garage door repair. Oh, yeah, sure. That's a subdomain, right? Okay, so all these websites are just the way I left. Okay, left them. Now, let's talk about some other kinds of changes we can make really quick. We could have this in the center or on the left, right? We could also have the color bar be different, like I could match this thing. What else could we do? We could decide if the navigation should be centered or to the left or to the right. All these things that create diversity, because Google doesn't care how different things are as long as they're a little different, because Google cannot tell you what the best marketing angle should be, the best marketing test. Google can suggest things, but it can't tell you. Okay. So let's just make a few basic but cool, obvious changes. The sidebar could be on the left instead of the right. Okay. Um, Basics like that, but let's just do a few. We could do a lot, but let's just do a few real quick. Okay. So if I was in the admin panel for, let's say, this website, right? Let me just show you a couple of things real quick so you can see what we're looking at and what we're looking for. Let's say I went to theme settings and we could change the layout type from fluid layout to box layout, okay? And while we're doing that, let's say we're gonna put the sidebar. We could say we want it on anyway, but let's put it on the left, okay? Translator settings, let's say we turn it off. Now we'll leave it on, but we're gonna put it on the left, okay? The header should stay on, but maybe we want the navigation to go off, okay? Um, we might even want the banner slider to go off with all the banner images, okay? Anyway, let's just do this much right now so I can show you. I'm gonna update, okay? And let's take a look at these different things we said we would do and how different that makes things, okay? This is boxed, okay? You might think that looks bad, but that's because we didn't choose a good background color. We just didn't happen to. We can go and come out with a better background color for the boxed version. Notice how this is now centered all the way to the left because we said center it to the left or put it on the left, not the right. If it was full width, it would still be here. It would not go further. That's the right place for it. We said take the navigation bar and hide it so it's gone. There is no navigation bar, which makes this a lot smaller page, right? Oh, we're not even on the home page anymore. Let's go to the home page because now what? Sidebar's on the left instead of the right, okay? Much smaller, much easier to read page, right? Let's go back to the home page though to see how different that is. Okay. All right, there we go. So it does have the banner in there, right? But it's smaller. And these are here, and these are here. I mean, we can flip any of these on or off. We can do anything with them. As a matter of fact, let me show you another one. The service section box count per row, and then the about us box count per row. I'm going to go 4 on that. Okay, I'm going to keep it enabled. I could disable it, but I'm going to go 4 on that. That literally means these 4 here. Okay, this is going to look weird, but here you have it. All right, and again, we didn't choose a good background color for the page. Like if we wanted to, what will we do? We go to typography, right? And come out with a better background color. I guess darker, maybe match it to this color, the translator color. Okay, at least just to make the point clear, right? We could also use an image. We don't have to use a color. We could use an image, but let me just do that, okay? Now I'm just showing you how diversity can be made across these websites pretty quickly, okay? Take a look at that. Now you can see that this has cool rounded corners and it's got a little bit of highlighting glow, right? So it doesn't need to be the same color. It can be another dark color, but then you see the cool effects like that, right? As soon as you put a color on there, then you get these cool effects, okay? So that's how different these could be. So again, we logged in and created diversity in one website. What about doing it for hundreds of websites or 100 websites? Let's take a look at how that one is done. So we're going to go, just making sure I'm still logged in now. Feed files, I'm going to go ahead and delete that old one. I don't need it anymore. Feed files again, because there's going to be a feed file thing. We're basically going to import the theme settings is really what my goal is in this case. I can do colors or the theme typography later. But let's take a look. We got general settings. We basically aren't going to touch those because they're kind of the same. If you need to shorten a column, that's really huge. You can do that, but if it doesn't do that, there's another way to do it. Yeah, there are multiple ways to do it. I'm going to right click and hit column width and just change this to like 40 pixels wide. Okay. Then you can see what else is here, except it's just hard to see unless you actually, expand this down and take a look, right? That's all our coding. So we could change that, cycle through combinations anytime we want, right? Column width and make that 40 as well. Boom, boom. Okay. If I really want to control, what would I do? Find a couple of short ones, right? Just highlight everything, drag it out, like that, right? Okay, there you go. Canonical URLs to include www. I always say 0 to that. Okay. Favicon icon. All this is pretty much the way I want it. I don't really want to change it. Can crawler index. Is Google allowed to see the website yet and put it up? Or should Google be told we're still working on the website, don't do anything with it yet? If you're still working on it, change it to zeros, right? Like if you don't have all your content in place. So save, and upload. You know how incredible that is? That's telling Google, out of all the 40,000 pages on this website, don't look at any of them yet until we're ready. Now, if you forgot to set that, and then you realized it later, and maybe Google's going to start indexing these before you wanted it to, then you're like, no, and you're telling a programmer to log into every panel and switch that off one at a time. Not anymore, though. That's just one setting of all these settings you get to handle, with what we're doing right now. Okay, so we don't need to do anything on the general settings, but let's go to our theme option settings, right? Fluid layout or the other one. What was that? That was box layout. So let me switch it to BOX space. Okay, and here we go. We're going to actually make a bunch of changes really fast just to show you how cool that is. Okay. Fluid versus box. Let's pull this out a little so we can read it better. Enable the sidebar widget. Yes or no? I'm going to go 1 and 0. Okay, so I'm going to go fluid and box, 1 and 0. Sidebar location, by the way, I'm going to go like left or right. Widgets count per row. I guess I'll leave it on 2. Kind of makes sense to me. Enable the Google Translator. I'll go 1, 1, 0. Because I want to kind of like, I want it on 66% of the time. Translator align, right, left, center. Isn't that wild? And you can do this in combinations, right? You could say 1, 1, 0, and then you could say like 1, 0, 1, so that you get right, left, center to be a little, right, left, center. Hello, right, left, center. There, to be a little different in each case, right? So enable the header, yes or no. We want the header enabled. It's got the information along with the phone number. Let's start. This right here, I'm just going to go and, okay, all 3. I can go and drag these down all at once. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got to make sure the numbers match, don't I? All right, fine. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Fluid box, fluid box, fluid box. This should be 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, 1, 0, 1, 0. Watch this. Copy, paste, then copy the whole thing if you want. Paste, or just paste it a few times real quick, then copy the whole thing, right? Get it down to like whatever, and then watch, now it's just going to be like 3 copies or something, right? To get it down the rest of the way, okay? Anything that goes beyond, I can just cut it off, right? Control V. I can just delete everything down here, right? Yeah, I can even reach beyond and delete. Okay? Now, that's fluid is always 1, box is always 0. I don't like that. So I'm going to go like halfway down or something, like the 40 or so, and I'm going to do what? I'm going to cut, and I'm going to insert at the bottom. insert cut cells. There, I just threw it off at the bottom. Now this was right, left, right, left, right, left. Same thing. I'm going to go down to just somewhere here, okay? And that way I can throw it off too. Cut that one. Insert at the bottom. Insert cut cells. Get the point? So it's random or just different, okay? This was like 110101. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. All right, Control C. And that way I can paste it down, paste it down, paste it down. Okay, cut the bottom off again. Wherever there's just nothing supposed to be there, delete. Okay, and again, I can do like right, left, center, Control C, and then I could skip one so that I get it off center, right? Control V, you know, and then, yeah, and then I could just put it again if I want, you know, maybe skip one again, whatever. So now, Control C, all I'm doing is creating crazy diversity, right? And again, if this seems hard or something, you can bet it's not, because you can easily do this with hundreds of websites, right? And it's so easy to consider it here without trying to remember where you were. Let's go further, right? There's got to be more. Navigation bar, enable navigation, 1 and 0, right? Let's just Control C, 1 0 1 0 1 0, Control C. Then I'll just skip one, okay? And then I'll just take that whole thing that goes down to there, and I'll just do a couple real quick. So now I can take the whole thing, Control C, and just continue the pattern all the way down, right? Cut that off, delete. Okay, I'm just showing you how quickly and efficiently this can be done. Navigation align, let's go center, left, right. And again, we're talking about minutes that we've been at this plus minutes that we're going to put this up. Well, check it out. Okay. I'm kind of done, aren't I? For the stuff I want to be done for. I could keep going. I'm just going to go ahead and stop there for the time being. Okay, that's my general plus theme settings tab, right? So we're going to put that up, aren't we? Okay. Whoops. Yeah, import. General plus theme settings. Okay. There you go. We can pause and wait a couple of minutes and come back and check. But literally, in a couple of minutes, we've made that many changes to 100 websites. And really, it took me what? If I wasn't explaining it, if I was just opening the file and doing it, 3 minutes, and then uploading it, 3.5. So less than 5 minutes, I can make multiple changes per website. If I wanted to come back later and change them all, what do you think I could do? Cut the top one off the top and insert the cut cell on the bottom, right? And that way, everything suddenly goes differently, right? Every one of the websites suddenly changes. Do I really need to make such drastic changes to websites? No. But could I? Yes. And that's just my point. What if you want to make them all fixed after all? Or what if you want to make them all boxed? Or the first 50 fixed and the next 50 boxed? What if you decided that the sidebar should be on the left side all the time? Why? Because on a mobile device, there's a big difference in strategy. If the sidebar is on the right side of the page, then when you scroll down on a mobile, you see the other stuff first, the body content, header, and everything first, then you get to the sidebar down low. Well, what if you want the sidebar to stand out right away? What if that has your intro video on it? Maybe a link to your Facebook like page. So whatever thing you want the people to see first, second, third on your sidebar as they scroll down, if you put the sidebar on the left, then when people start scrolling down right after the header and everything, and after the intro or the banner slider, then they see the sidebar stuff first before below that they see the rest of the content. So it is totally a strategy question whether you want the sidebar on the left or the right. Okay, so yeah, there's your level of control, right, is that you can literally do all this so quickly. So if you thought something if you thought you did it right before and then you think you should change something after that, it's so easy to make that change afterward, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and pause, let this finish up. All right, so here we go. I'm back, file imported. So yeah, it was just a few minutes, like it's 3:20 now, so I don't know, like 3 minutes, something like that, maybe 4. Anyway, it made those changes. Let's take a look, right? So I come back here, leaving off wherever I was. Let me go ahead and just see where we're at now, right? Okay. And then here, and what's changed here? I totally forgot. I don't know. Oh, sidebar's off in this case for sure. Now you might think, what about the color, right? Like we didn't do that intentionally in the file. That was the typography page, right? I would run that separately in this case. Okay, what about this? Let's just see what's changing. Okay, I'm not sure anymore. Aha, it's boxed. This is centered. What else? No sidebar. Okay, must be the way I was putting it before, right? Let's try the next one. Big changes here. Okay. Yeah, whatever's there. Okay. So anyway, I'm sure you get the point. It wouldn't take long to explain, right? That you could literally make lots of sensible changes anytime you want it, like this. No more Google bar at the top. Let me see something. Okay, I was wondering if this was to the left as opposed to centered. That might be considered to the right on the full. I don't know. Anyway, I don't recall. Oh yeah, navigation bar is missing here. That's what's going on. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, we're creating as much variety as we want. We have tons of combinations to work forward from, right? So that was the point that we were making before. Actually, I wasn't even sure if I updated some of these. Yeah. Yeah. And some just look the way they did, you know. All right, so you get the point, right? So we can just create all the different kinds of variation that we really want and all these things very efficiently. It's just however it is we feel like doing, we can go ahead and set up and make it happen, okay? Different, you know. Okay, and again, we can go into any of these and make changes individually to the different things. So like we should be able to read that better. So we should go and change that color. Then we can save it to our mass file. You know, just figure out the row it's on, which thing we changed, and paste in the new color code. And now we have it, right? So we upgrade our typography settings for that website, and therefore for any other website that we use that row for, right? That set of updates. Yeah, I thought we had like a sidebar on the left somewhere. I haven't been looking closely enough. Maybe we already had a sidebar on the left. I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, like no sidebar here. Oh, that's why, because we were mixing left and right with the on and off switch. Yeah, okay. Anyway, having said all that, let me just go ahead and back off because, yeah, by now I'm just rambling. I've made the point. You've seen what's going on. We can go through and fine tune anything. The beauty is if we mess something up, see how easy it is to fix it. Go back to the Excel file, make the changes there, save it, upload again. 3 or so minutes later, all those changes get to update, whatever they are, whatever things we missed that we fix next. And again, do you need to have all these on separate tabs? No. This banner has all the tabs on one. I couldn't make all the changes across those tabs and then upload that whole thing to the feed file section and just let it run through everything on all the pages. So I don't need to do them one at a time unless I feel like it. I broke them out because I found it helped me concentrate on things, right? But we can totally do it all as one big file. We don't have to break it out. Okay, I think you see the point now. So let me go ahead and stop this video and we can continue on.